Hey guys, welcome to Cricket Panchayat once again. We are back. I know it's been a while, and I know that we've been a little busy, but we wanted to do it again. And here we are, cheering for our girls. We've just seen one of the best ever chases of all time, and possibly one of the greatest, possibly the greatest chase in women's ODI cricket ever, and against the mighty Aussies. So it's, that's what has gotten us back to this podcast, something that keeps bringing us back there. And we are really excited to come here and talk about the World Cup, talk about the semi-final. And we're also going to talk a little bit about our chances in the final and the combinations that we might play against South Africa. But I have two of my good friends here. Abhishek Reddy, say hi, Reddy.
Hello, folks. Back again.
And I also have Arpit with me. Say hi, Arpit. Hi बोलना होता है.
Hello.
So now, today, what we're going to talk about and how we're going to start is obviously by discussing the amazing semi-final that we just watched, right? Arpit, I want to just start with you. What did you think about that chase? Obviously, we're going to talk about Jenny. I think we need a separate episode about this innings. But just very quickly, I just want to know, what were your thoughts about the chase? Obviously, it wasn't the best of the starts, right? But what were you thinking midway or at the beginning of the chase? What were your thoughts?
I would be lying if I would have said or I would have told you that I was watching the whole match. Two wickets down when Mandana got out, I was like, oh, we're down and out again. And let's just close the TV or switch the channel because I don't want to watch Australia win again. Right? But yes, thanks to Jamie, we won that match. And man, what a innings, what a innings. Like pressure down under. I mean, pressure? What pressure?
What pressure? Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I don't remember when was the last time we saw a chase like this. Especially in such a crucial game. Even if you look at
True.
our previous, World Cups, in during the knockouts, right, we've always had comfortable wins. We're not going to talk
Correct.
about the final, but specifically the knockouts, we've had really comfortable chases, right? Or we've
Yeah.
batted first and we've really blown, the teams out of proportion. But this, we were under the pump, 300 plus, never an easy chase in any conditions, let alone in a
Great.
quarterfinal, right? But just the way that she set the tone, right? Obviously, you've lost Shafali, early on, and you're coming in at number three. You're obviously with Smriti. You have a, maybe I would say, a really small partnership. You just get going, and then Smriti gets out, and then you have your captain walking in. You have been dropped for a game already in the World Cup. You've come back
Correct.
in the previous game. You've scored, a match-winning knock in the previous game as well, right? So, the way she paced her innings was something that was
True.
amazing to see. And for me personally, obviously, she's known for her singles and she's known to rotate her strike, right? But what was really, really important and what really caught my eye was, the way she was picking boundaries when she wanted
True.
to. It was never an overdrive. It was never a Travis Head kind of innings where, or an Abhishek Sharma kind of innings, where you just go all out, right? Here she's picking a boundary every over, and I think someone mentioned it on the chat as well that I think after every boundary she's taken a single, right? Uh,
Yeah.
that was
Thanks to
amazing because
Rahul
you
Kamath
need
there.
that. Yes, yes. And that is something that's really important in one-day cricket. Obviously, in T20s, you want to keep going on and on and on. But in the 50-over format, I think when you got a pasty innings and stuff like that, right? It was so good to see, just the way that she was handling the situation and really taking it one over at a time.
True.
Arpit, what did you, obviously you spoke about Jemmy, right? But I also want to know, right, what did you think about the little cameos? Obviously, Harman, right? Oh, I'm sorry, but I gotta talk about Harman today, right? She was under the pump as a player, under the pump as captain, right? What
Not the
did you think
cameo.
about Harman's, not the cameo, but what did you think about Harman's knock? Such a crucial situation when she came in, right? What were your thoughts?
Yeah. So it's like some players just stand up when it's the big occasions and it's the big oppositions. So Harman played a knock, which was very similar to what Virat Kohli would do in a semi-final against Australia. Just stand up and do their best, even though you're out of form the whole tournament. Because I honestly did not see that she'll be scoring 90 odd runs at such a good strike rate and building a
Yeah,
partnership right now, right? So
yeah.
yeah, terrific innings, and once again she's showed why she's rated so highly.
Yeah. And for me, the highlight of Harman's innings was that six-over cover. I
Oh,
mean,
Yeah,
oh my God, what a shot! We obviously saw a few really amazing shots. Phoebe Litchfield playing that whatever. There's that it's the hockey shot or whatever she's known, from her younger days. But and then obviously Richa Ghosh coming in and playing hitting a couple of really good sixes. But
yeah.
for me, that shot, the balance on that shot, the way she got the elevation, and obviously a
And
very
also
very
to the
strong
mid wicket.
bottom-handed player. Yeah, of course. I
Also
mean,
the six to
that was
Ashgard on the mid wicket.
yeah,
I mean,
that was
two
amazing. But for
fantabulous.
me personally, the shot over
Yeah,
covers, right? It's such a difficult shot
yeah,
to play. Your balance has to be right. Your bottom hand has to
right.
be strong enough. And she uses the long handle anyways. We know how she swings, right? I think they show that graphic as well, right? The back swing wala graphic, and that just really shows how much of a load up she has, right? When she's
Correct.
trying to hit the ball, and just to punch that off, that was unbelievable. She played some magnificent shots, right? But I also
and if
want to highlight the. Sorry, yeah, go on.
yeah, so if you remember, Mithali Raj mentioned the same on the air, right? You see her playing that shot when she's all set, and you know that
Yeah,
she's in right now, right?
yeah,
So
yeah. She had her eye in, which is why I was actually surprised when she got out to that short ball because she hits that for six, 9 times out of 10, or at least she gets it in the gap. She just didn't get the timing on it. But obviously, I'm guessing she was tired and whatever. But I really want to spend another minute to talk about the cameos at the end, right? We're talking
Mm-hmm.
about Deepti Sharma, we're talking about Richa Ghosh, and then obviously the match winner at the end, Amanjot Kaur, right? Obviously, we would have liked, one of them to stay till the end. Amanjot obviously stayed till the end, but we would have liked someone like Deepti Sharma to stay till the end or Richa to finish the game. But even then, coming in and really getting going right from the word go. I still remember, I think, Richa Ghosh, that six, such an effortless hit that was straight down the ground. Just released all that pressure. I was just so comfortable the moment that six went in. I was like, oh, okay, we're in, we're set. We're still in, and all is not lost. And similarly with Deepti Sharma, Amanjot as well. Really rotated the strike. I thought she never really, let the pressure get to her,
Mm-hmm.
and that was really crucial, right? The boundary. I think she scored a boundary in the penultimate over as well. Where I was like, okay, this is it. We're in. The girls are really set, and they're gonna take us home to the final at least. You know. So I mean, obviously, you've spoken a lot about the India innings and stuff like that. Reddy, anything you would like to add to this? Obviously, you were also watching, and just want to know what you
So
thought about the
I'm
semis.
still sinking in what I have seen. While we have always, experienced such moments in men's cricket,
Yeah.
two, I mean, this innings of Jamie reminded me of two great knocks. One was MSD's 91 in the final versus Sri Lanka, and Virat Kohli's Pakistan match at Melbourne 22
Oh yeah.
World Cup.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
every over was a nail biter. Every over,
Yeah.
we were almost pushed to the back. We were almost knocked out at almost every juncture of the
Yeah.
game. But then we hit the knockout. We hit the
Yeah.
knockout punch. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
doing it against Australia in a knockout against, I mean, in your home ground in
Yeah.
India against all of us, talking about many things, sitting at everywhere wherever we are, and sinking in that pressure, playing it in the cool cucumber head. Jamie, you man, you
Oh.
are an inspiration.
Absolute superstar, and for me also, I thought just one thing I would like to add before we move on to the next segment, right? Just one thing I want to add is the way we played the spinners, right? I think for me, who I was really scared about in the game was not Alisa Healy, was not PB,
Yeah,
of course,
it was
Litchfield.
Alana King.
I'm a big Litchfield fan, right? I'm a huge PB Litchfield fan, but I was really scared of Alana King because what
Yeah,
she had done in the previous games. She can run through the opposition and this is when the Aussies come to life. This is the phase of the tournament when one of them really, gets stuck in and, they just step up. And I was like, oh my God, please not today, not Alana
Yeah.
King. Just the way we played her, Sophie Molyneux, and obviously Ash Gardner, again, I think she's 1, 2, 3 in the rankings for batters, bowlers, and all rounders or something like that, in any of the orders in one day cricket. So that's how good of a cricketer Ash Gardner is. And we just took her apart. I don't think at any stage we felt like, we were struggling to play the spinners. Obviously, the dew helped, right? But to take Alana King, over after over, getting a boundary every over of her, so that we just didn't let them get settled, and that for me was really crucial in that run chase. Um, and now, obviously, the, the run chase and all of that, obviously, is fantastic, right? But now I want to come back to Arpit, right? Arpit, obviously, the road to the final was not just one game, but it's been sort of a really topsy-turvy, road to the finals. We're not the most perfect team. I think we know that. Obviously, we're riding the highs of the previous game, but we're not the best team going in, maybe, into the final, right? But just want to know, want to know your thoughts about our, form in the World Cup, leading up to the World Cup. What did you think, and what were a few things that you felt like, okay, these are the things that could be really crucial, and we really need to hold our nerve in the final and not do things that we've done in the on the road.
Yeah, so coming to one of the good things that is going for us in the finals is we have two of our middle order batters in form, right? Which was
Yeah,
our problem
yeah,
until this game, right? Our
yeah,
top order
yeah,
was getting runs, Mandana is getting runs, Pratika Rawal is
yeah,
getting runs, Harleen is
yeah,
chipping in with runs, but then
yeah,
we used to have a collapse. And even in the England game, if you saw,
yeah,
we needed around 50 runs of the last 8 overs or so,
yeah,
and we
yeah.
had
Yeah.
6, 7 wickets in hand, and we still lost
62,
that game.
62 and 10. We needed 62 and 10, and then we
Yeah,
lost that game. Deepti Sharma getting out, and yeah, yeah,
yeah. So for me, the biggest positive is the middle order fighting against a strong opposition, that too in a pressure situation and getting runs, right?
yeah.
Because that helps with your mindset and keeps you in a good head, calm stead going forward into the finals because you know you've done this before, right? So you
Correct,
have that
correct.
confidence. Yes, if I face, like, if I am ever in the same situation again, I'll be able to fight my way through. So
Yeah,
that's one of the
yeah,
biggest positives. Also, as you mentioned, the way we played spin, right? As like
yeah,
we all saw the match and we used to see all this analysis in between the overs, right? That the Indian
yeah,
batters are playing with the straighter bat and with the
yeah,
turn, right? So
yeah,
that was
yeah,
probably one
yeah.
of the key things when it
Correct,
comes to playing the middle overs and
correct,
getting those
correct,
eventual boundaries. So another
correct.
thing that I noticed was Jemmy playing a lot of ramp shots, right, behind the wicket,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
that got us a lot of runs, and that also messed up with the fielding plans of the opposition, right? Because
Absolutely,
now you have
absolutely.
to figure out where to keep the fielder and how to stop the runs.
Yeah,
So, yeah, the good thing going for us is all our batters look like they are in good touch. The
yeah,
only thing I would be missing is Pratika Rawal, obviously, but we can't do anything about
Of
that.
course.
So, let's hope Shefali Verma stays there in the first 10 overs and
yeah.
just wreaks
Oh,
havoc. So,
I mean,
yeah.
we need this kind of knock from Shafali Verma. We need a Rishabh Pant kind of madness knock from her. But yeah, I think Pratika Rawal, I think, is a big miss for us. The way she's been consistent, in the World Cup. There were a lot of doubts. Not a lot of doubts, but there were a lot of people who wanted Shafali in over her. Given
Hmm.
the whole strike rate conversation, and she takes some time to get in and stuff like that. And obviously, if you can cash in, that's great. But it's a risk. But what she did really well throughout the World Cup was she converted her starts. It wasn't just tens and 15s and 20s. She was
She
she was
made it
going
count.
above and beyond. Yeah, she made it count. Absolutely right, Reddy. Right. Arpit, I want to know, before I move back to Reddy. Right. I just want to know. Uh, are you a little concerned with, obviously, fielding? Though I think we need a separate segment for it. But I want to ask bowling, right? Um, I think what I felt was that I think we were searching for wickets, but we weren't getting any. Was it due to the conditions, or do you think that our bowling was subpar, or was it just an off day? And not just in the semi-final, but throughout the tournament, I think we've had bowlers who stepped up, but then Deepti Sharma has done really well. But yeah, just talk me through a little bit about what you think of India's bowling form.
So when it comes to bowling, it's like Deepti Sharma is the Jasprit Bumrah for the women's team, right? Because
Oh,
every time the captain wants a wicket or looks to stop the runs or is
yeah,
in doubt,
yeah,
like Harmanpreet just turns to Deepti Sharma and she
absolutely,
performs. She did
absolutely.
have an off day in the
In the
semi-finals,
semi-final,
but
yeah,
yes, she's a consistent performer and you can vouch, like I can vouch that she'll definitely do well in the finals. So that is
yeah,
sorted. Another good change that we made is we had one more left arm spinner, right? And we've
oh,
seen what left arm spinners have been doing in this tournament, right? Because there
yeah.
have been a lot of right-handers in the opposition batting lineup as well.
Right, right,
Another thing,
right.
going forward in the finals, South Africa don't have a left-hander in the top five, top six, right? So we
Yeah,
are in
yeah,
for a good treat by taking in Radha Yadav, two players who are quality spinners, turning the ball away from the right-handers, and it's
yeah,
not going to be easy, right?
yeah,
In
yeah.
India, if you don't play spin well, it's not going to be easy for you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think teams that are not from the subcontinent, I think that's probably one of the biggest issues that they face. England always face this, whether it's the men's team or the women's team, playing spin, in subcontinent conditions, I think is really, really crucial. And I think that's what would be our X factor going into the final, right? That we're obviously, we're
Definitely.
supposed to be good players of spin, right? We're Indians, we're supposed to be good players of spin, but I really hope that we use that to our advantage, right? But now I would want Reddy यार थोड़ा बता मेरे को यार what do you think about the final? It's going to be it's I think prayers to every religion possible in all languages that we know and languages that we don't know also, right? But
Hmm.
what are your thoughts on the final, man? What do you think
Okay.
should we do? Yeah, just talk me through it.
So personally, I feel if you talk about the combinations, the teams, I don't think they'll change any folk over there. Both
Yeah.
of them will go with the same combination because it has
Hmm.
worked for them in the knockout, and
Hmm.
probably they are in a good space at the moment. Both the teams have
Yeah.
done really good.
Yeah.
Coming to South Africa especially, they have been amazing run of form throughout
Hmm.
the tournament. Yes, their middle order, similar to ours, has flopped, but their lower
Yeah.
order has picked them on almost every game. I mean, consecutive wins. I mean,
Yeah.
with the top ranked teams, etc.
Yeah.
And it's not just for the
Nadine,
women's
sorry,
team.
I
They
just want
have
to
been
cut you through. Nadine de Klerk and Chloe Tryon. Man,
oh man,
both of
that
them,
that gives
they're
me
batting like,
that gives me a
they're
Yusuf
batting like,
Pathan and an Irfan Pathan kind of havoc.
यार, I swear, man, I swear. It just feels like they're batting like top order batters,
Yeah.
but they come in at what, 6-7 or 7-8 if I'm
Six,
not wrong,
seven,
right?
seven, eight. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's where
every
South
innings.
Africa has done really good, and they're
Yeah.
consistently giving them 7, 8 overs as well. I mean that's like what Gautam Gambhir would have loved from Harshit Rana.
Please,
Okay,
man. Oh,
jokes
we're not
apart.
talking about the men's team, please. Yeah,
Yeah, of course, nothing to be taken
correct.
away from the women's here. I mean, they are
Yeah,
amazingly great.
yeah,
This tournament. So South Africa, to be honest, like let's put where it all changed.
yeah,
23 World Test Championship onwards. They have made it to the World Test Championship finals. They have made it to the 2024 T20 men's and women's finals.
yeah,
Yeah, and under 19 women's 2025 also they have been in the
yeah.
finals,
That as well.
and now, I mean, where it all went amazingly right for them. They have not
Yeah.
choked anymore. I mean, the choker's
Oh,
tag is gone. I'm
yeah,
scared for
yeah.
that. All right. It's like where do we come from? But yeah, coming to India, they have found their mojo at the right time.
Yeah,
They have
yeah,
found the middle order players. They have found
yeah,
who would do what. Although I would have loved having Sneh Rana in the team, but Radha Yadav is providing us the much needed fielding support, much needed
yeah,
left arm bowling support, and she
yeah,
can bat as well. So
yeah,
she has covered it. I mean, nothing to take away from her, but Sneh Rahara was a really good champ. Uh,
yeah.
that's the major part of the combinations I would like to put forth.
Mm-hmm.
But huh, key players like that, if I would particularly want to pick, I sense I sense a big time Shifali Verma is going to rock tomorrow. All right, that's the only, I mean, manifestation I'm doing. Rest others are on top notch. They know what they're
Yeah,
doing. Their everything is
yeah.
done. So I'll just put two players. One is Shifali
Mhm.
Verma and one is Amanjot Singh for me. She has been a very
Okay.
underrated performer this entire tournament. She
Yeah,
has batted whenever required, in whatever
yeah,
position, be it
yeah,
opening, be it a middle order batsman, be it a lower order batsman, she
yeah,
has played.
yeah,
Be it opening bowler, middle order bowler, or the death bowler, she has been there.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
unnoticedly, she has been the Shivam Dubey of the team for us, if at all we
Oh
want to
my
compare.
God. Yeah. Oh my
Okay,
God.
uh,
Yeah.
that's been there.
Yeah.
And from the South Africa point
Absolutely.
of view, there's only two things I mean I'm
Yeah.
worried about. One is the cap in Laura Woolworth and Mlaba. I mean,
Laba. Laba.
we have a lot
Yeah.
of right-handers up there, be it
Yeah.
Jemima, be it Shafali, be it Harman,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
be it Amanjot. Like four in the top six are,
Yep.
right-handers, and left-hand bowlers
Yep.
can create havocs for us.
Yeah.
Toss is going to
Absolutely.
be a big factor, I would personally feel, with due into play, Navi Mumbai, South Africa, love chasing. They've already chased with us. Let's
Yeah.
hope. Let's
Yeah.
hope the toss gods are with us.
Yeah, I mean, I think you missed one name, and I just would want to cover it. To me, it's also Marizan Cap, right?
Hmm.
Uh, what she's been doing with the ball and in the middle order as well, right?
Yeah.
Consistently, game after game, she contributes either with the
So
bat
one
or ball
stat
or
of
both.
her, I really
Yeah,
wanted to put forth. I mean, I am taking this
yeah,
from Crick Buzz, guys.
yeah. Okay.
200 plus runs and 10 plus wickets in this tournament. The only player, the
I
Jack
mean,
Callias kind.
it's exactly. I was just going to say that, right? Because and it's she's not just a new she's not a newcomer, right? We've known who
Right.
Marizan Kapp is, right? But she just stepped up for South Africa, and they needed that experience in the middle order. And when players around her have, we've spoken about how it's been Woolwart at the top, and then it's been Nadine de Klerk and Chloe Tryon, lower down the order. But
Correct.
quietly, again, very, very quietly, she's just, churning performance after performance. And obviously, everybody knows this. She's a gun option with the ball, right? She's probably her and
Lost.
Mlaba are probably are the two bowlers that I think we should really, really be scared of, right? And her experience coming into the final would be very, very important for South Africa. And she's definitely one of the players that I think we really need to watch out for with the ball and the bat.
Very
Directly.
true. Truly said. One good thing for us
Yeah,
is she plays for Delhi Capitals, and
yeah,
Shifali Verma has known her there.
yeah, yeah,
I just
yeah.
hope she can counter the swing of hers in the
I
first
just
couple
hope it
of
doesn't
overs.
work the other way around. But uh, I mean, look, see, the thing is, again, I want to come back to Shafali. She's a wild card. You know,
Yeah,
she could be what Yusuf Pathan was for us in the T20 World Cup
true,
final,
true,
right?
true.
But again, I don't want to compare. Sorry about that, but I, I, I really hope that the
It's all
first
to the
10, if
viewers,
she can,
guys. It's all to
I
the
mean, yeah,
viewers to
yeah,
notice
of course,
where what things are.
of course, of course. No, but I really hope that she can bat 10 overs tomorrow. She
Yeah,
can bat 10 overs, we have a great start. And anything
true.
beyond that for me from Shafali Verma is a bonus, right? She gets going, oh my God, she can really hurt South Africa in that power play. And we spoke about Marizan Cap, right?
I have.
If she really manages to take her apart, right?
Hmm.
Um, that means that South Africa are on the back foot. And then
True.
they will be forced to bring Mlaba early on,
Early.
in search of wickets and stuff like that,
Very
right?
true. Very
And
true.
that really is, in our hands because then we got Smriti at the top. If she can stay, there's nothing like it. So we really need a good start from Shafali
Shafali.
tomorrow.
And
And
another
yeah, like
stat
you were
around
saying.
this is since 23, I guess, Smriti Mandana averages 75 versus South Africa. I mean,
Oh,
that's a nightmare for them.
I'm going to sleep good tonight.
Yeah,
Uh, but quickly, we've spoken quite a bit today for a comeback. So quickly, I just want to know, Arpit, I'm not going to give you options, but one player to watch out for in the final.
I mean, I really want to hope that you and me both sleep well tonight and Smriti Mandana scores good amount of runs,
Correct, correct,
right?
correct. Yeah,
True, true that.
absolutely, absolutely.
So yeah, she's my pick.
Okay, I personally rooting for Sri Charani.
Oh, of course, of course. She's been
Very
one of
underrated
those
this
players.
tournament.
Yeah, very underrated players. Again, under the radar, she's quietly done her work, and I really hope that she gets that limelight tomorrow if she wins the game. But
True.
for me, and I'm one of her biggest fans, and for me, it's Deepti Sharma, right? With the bat, with the ball. She's for me our trump card getting into the finals because she can hurt South Africa in both ways, right? And she's been performing really well. I just hope her running between the wickets improves because that is something that is a thorn in her bush, right? So I just really hope that she can step up tomorrow and get us that win, right? So she's my player to watch out for. But thank you so much for being here, both of you, and thank you to our viewers, the 10 viewers who are going to watch this episode. Right. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we are going to keep trying, and we'll be back after the final, hopefully in a really happy mood, celebrating
Yeah,
the World Cup win. Right.
let's manifest,
It's one
folks.
more one night sleep, boys. Try to get some if you can. Right, and see you guys tomorrow. Good night, and thank you so much for joining in. Bye.